think you talking to? Pay attention, big boy.
You want to fight?
I'm gonna humble you, bro. Fat boy, you better watch who you talking to, though.
Problems. You sat there and drilled your...
I still can't believe he had to put the security guard on timeout. What's up, guys? It's your boy Alan again, back with another video. And today, we're gonna watch another episode of Bar Rescue. But before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And let's go check this out.
The residents of Country Club Hills are a mature market with money to spend. Failing to attract the affluent sports fans of Country Club Hills is Pro's Sports Bar.
So here we are.
That's the bar? That looks like a sports equipment store.
Great sports bars emulate the experience of going to the game. You don't want to watch that game in a low-energy place. You want to be in a bar surrounded by fans.
You want to be screaming and yelling.
What are there, 4 people in there sitting and watching a game? There's no...
That's... Just because you have sports showing on the TVs in your bar, that does not make you a sports bar. This is a very low energy bar. Is the sound even on?
Right.
Nina, count the money and then give it to Keisha and that's it.
They're changing shifts. Why does he have to explicitly say that? The bartenders should all be trained on how to switch shifts.
Go around the bar, wipe it down, make sure it's clean.
There's Keisha. She's one of the managers.
Mom, what's up, baby? How you feeling?
There's Bobby, also a manager.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Okay, how many managers do they need on the floor? That's one thing. And 2, what kind of manager talks like that while at work? Calling people baby?
Too grown ass adult. She don't got no right to talk to me like that. She needed her ass whooped.
That's Laura. She's a bartender and manages as well.
This is a joke.
Oh my god! How many managers are there? And they're all talking like sailors. Is everyone here a manager?
So we can have some dishes. Y'all tripping.
Here's Sarah. Sarah is a bartender.
And a manager.
And also
manages.
Wow.
No way! 4 managers so far. This episode is only 5 minutes in. Who's not a manager here?
And lastly, there's Sheena. She's a bartender and a
manager?
And a manager too.
No way! This is what, 5 managers in this tiny little bar? You don't even need 5 employees to run a place this small. But you're telling me you have 5 managers? Well, how are they running this place?
You want to get this right here off the bar?
Sure.
Thank you, young lady.
You got Bobby wife. What's supposed to do?
No,
No,
Bobby's not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be doing that.
They're arguing about tiny little details like this, and they're all managers. Micromanaging each other is telling them to wipe the tables, exchange the cash register for the shift change. Is there a hierarchy in the management, or are they all equal? At this point, who are they managing? Are they managing every other bartender that's not themselves?
We have all of these managers in a room, and each of them are telling the other one what to do.
Exactly. They're all equal. You can't manage another manager that's the same level as you. What's the level of authority here if everyone here is a manager?
Looks like nobody's working.
We got customers coming in here now. I want you guys to get busy, all right?
They're laughing at each other's. The owner, how did he assign everyone here to be a manager?
Go over there with Keisha.
And there's Nina. She's a bartender. She's also the only employee in a whole damn building who's not a manager.
No way! There's only one bartender that's not a manager. Where did this owner learn how to run the place? Why would you have so many managers and they don't even respect each other? And you have one person here who's not a manager. Are you kidding me?
Hey, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to Pros.
So there's Dan, and there's Dave.
Good. Did you give them a menu, say they want something to eat?
Right.
If I sat here and I saw that, it looks like a customer just told the bartender on how to do their job. Like, why are you sitting at the bar?
You know, I'll just have a Crown and Coke.
Crown and Coke?
Yeah, please.
Do you have like any signature drinks?
Yeah, the Pros Punch.
What's that?
Kind of like a Long Island.
Yep, that's what I want.
Kind of like a Long Island? If so, what makes it not a Long Island? What differentiates itself from being a Long Island? And what if the guest doesn't know what a Long Island is? A lot of people who order Long Islands really don't know exactly what's in it. So to say that it's like a Negroni, a Boulevardier, a Nopal, that sometimes for some people is meaningless. it doesn't really help them give an idea what that drink is going to taste like.
Oh yeah.
You walked in and you kind of felt like you were really out of place.
I spend my life in a sports bar, and that is not a sports bar I'd ever go watch a game in.
Yeah, from my perspective watching this, it even looks like the customers are inconveniencing the employees there.
So they have a liquor control system here. It allows a certain amount to dispense. It makes inventory foolproof.
Totally makes sense to be in the back of the house, but for engaging and being in a sports bar, you think you just train your bartenders to pour and let's get the drinks out.
If you have a choice, honestly, I would not recommend using these electronically controlled pours. Some places, the bars really don't have a choice except to use them. Earlier, that bartender says that one of their drinks is similar to Long Island. I really can't imagine how you use those kind of electronic pours to make a Long Island because the proportions are not standard pours. A 1.5 ounce, let's say that's what the settings is set for. How are you gonna pour half an ounce of vodka, half an ounce of gin, half an ounce of triple sec? So I'm curious on how you can even use that kind of machine to make complicated drinks with more than 3 or 4 ingredients.
1 liquor. 2 liquors.
Oh my gosh, all of that alcohol?
So there's 3 to 4 ounces in there, right?
Okay, if that is set to one setting, then that is way too much. If that electronic pour is set on one setting, let's say on the low side, 1 ounce pour for a standard pour, how are you gonna do that with a Long Island with 4 different base spirits? Are you doing a standard pour for each of those spirits, 1 ounce each? That would be like 4 ounces of spirit.
Done.
No. The glasses and what's full, where are you gonna put it?
There's about 5 ounces of alcohol in there now.
Oh my God. So they can't adjust it. So how does that prevent theft? Instead of a regular Long Island, which you have 2 ounces of spirit, now you have a Long Island with 4 ounces of spirit because you could only pour one setting. This is way too much.
She's not done.
She's not done.
Oh my gosh.
She's not done.
Oh my gosh.
So there's 7...
She's putting whiskey in this Long Island? How many spirits are you pouring in this? Look at it, it's already to the top. They didn't even put any mixer yet.
Overpouring like that, completely irresponsible. It makes the liquor control system meaningless. There's no point.
This drink is...
Exactly. If you're only allowing the pour spouts to only pour one measurement, it doesn't make sense that some drinks have only 1 ounce of spirit, while other drinks like this Long Island variation to have 8 ounces of spirit. What is the pour cost here?
Oh my God, I want to see his face when he takes a drink out of it.
I'm an impact wrestler. Go in his Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
My gosh,
Jeez, that's just, that whole goblet is just spirit, ice, and a splash of mixer. In what way is this controlling your pour costs?
look, it's choking.
Throw a bucket of stuff in there.
How you like that?
I mean, I've never had lighter fluid, but like, it's a hot drink.
He's not order another drink.
That's not funny. You have 5 managers, nobody objected to this drink. They thought it was a good idea, and this is the only specialty drink that's on the menu. If there's people who want to save money, all you have to do is buy one of those drinks and split it among 8 people.
After that.
All that alcohol.
We'll use the cranberry in the container. Daddy ain't not drinking nothing down there.
Oh, but a manager should not be sitting alongside of customers like that. It doesn't look right. It just looks like a customer is telling the bartender what to do.
This guy rides his staff all night.
What are you gonna get for dinner?
Dude, can you imagine that? He just stare. There's micromanaging, and this is just creepy for a manager to stare at another manager. Hey, can you wipe the table? Can you go talk to the guests, give them the menu? Can you do this? Can you do that? You know how annoying that is? To get told every little step of what you have to do? If the owner really does have to remind the managers on how to do their jobs, how did they even get to be promoted as a manager? There's delegation, but not like this, where you're just going through every tiny little step. It just wastes a lot of time, and it brings morale down.
There's Irma, and Irma cooks.
John, look. The frozen catfish in the water. You can't cook.
No way. She's trying to defrost the frozen catfish to order. Defrosting takes time. Especially you can't do it over water. So the way you can defrost is either you put it into the fridge overnight or in cold water and just let it sit there and defrost on its own. You can't rush defrosting by running it with warm water. You're gonna have a warm outside and the middle of the item is still going to be frozen. So that intermediate area is going to be a danger zone, and this part is where bacteria will thrive.
Cook that like that? In the microwave? They're gonna cook it in the microwave?
You're gonna cook? She just rapidly defrosted it over the warm water, and now she's cooking the catfish in a microwave? No. The way that microwaves work, it heats up different parts of the food differently. So you might have one part that's really cooked and one part that's raw. So this is not what microwaves are for, especially when you're dealing with something frozen like that. You cannot cook raw meat like this.
Now she's not fryer. Look at Bobby sitting.
So they have a fryer. The catfish was fried. Okay, I'm confused here. Why did she run the frozen catfish in the microwave and then she ends up frying it? This is way too many steps for creating such an inferior product.
You need to learn how to make a drink.
Yeah, watch your mouth. Why is he talking to me? Ain't nobody want to say it. He's like...
What the heck's going on? Who's she arguing with?
Nina is out of control, yelling at a rude customer. Where's security? Where's the owner?
Oh my God. The security is outside taking a smoke break while the bartender's arguing with the rude guests. What the heck's going on here? Is this why the owner has to micromanage everybody? Literally have to tell the bouncer to keep an eye out? Is this why he's micromanaging everybody? Because nobody's doing their jobs?
It is what it is, and there you go. I said.
White damn. Think you talking to? Pay your tab, big boy.
You want to fight?
I'm gonna humble you, bro. Fat boy, you better watch who you talking to, though. Yo, fat.
What is this? What's going on here?
Out of here.
What up,
Bitch, boy. You talking to? I'm gonna humble your fat.
The security should not be arguing with the troublesome guests. The security is supposed to keep their cool and stay grounded, because when you yell at a customer, they're gonna yell back. You have to stay calm. Hopefully your calmness can also calm down the guests, but you have to stay professional because there's customers that are watching this.
Hey, get your 300-pound ass in that Benz, fat boy. 300 pounds driving a two-door Benz. Who you think he is? Coming with that old sedity ass, that nasty ass head.
Let's go in there, guys.
The security guard is the one that's getting escorted. You have got to be kidding me.
We gotta talk, don't we?
Yeah.
Your security and bartender were out of control tonight. And rather than handle problems, you sat there and drilled your staff on customer service. And it's one of the reasons why you're
Yeah, this is so bizarre. He's micromanaging everybody, yet nothing is getting done. I still can't believe he had to put the security guard on timeout.
Well, I need to work on a few things.
All right, show me your bar.
When's the last time you've used this gun?
Since April.
Since April?
When you close the bar every night, you have to take the nozzle out, soak it in water. I mean, the fact that this syrup is built up, and if they haven't used this for months, fruit flies and other bacteria can grow in that.
Yeah.
Has anybody used this gun? We just don't want to clean it?
So the gun doesn't work?
Gun works. Oh, I didn't know that was on there.
You have all that crud that's in there, and that doesn't look like soda. That looks like either something from a bug or some kind of microorganisms have taken over, like mold or mildew. Really, like this is, it doesn't take that much time. Like if you know you're not gonna use something, clean it before you put it away. Don't just leave it there for several months.
You know what that is? You see the little dark spots?
Yes.
That's cockroach feces. That's the syrup.
Ugh. So it's even worse. Cockroaches have went on that soda gun and pooped on it. Can you imagine if somebody used that out of nowhere? You just get this drink full of cockroach poop. This is unacceptable.
Anybody who drinks anything out of this gun, you're almost sure you're gonna get sick.
John, we got many issues here.
Oh, wow.
No way! When was the last time they defrosted this? The bags can't even fit in there. That's how much ice is formed. What happens is when you have ice form, it prevents the food in there to get cooled. So ice is a very good insulator. It's very contradictory, but ice is effective at making igloos, and that's why igloos can keep people warm and separate them from the outside. When you have ice formed like that around the cooling elements, that creates an insulative layer that prevents the airspace in there to get cooled down, it makes the freezer struggle even more. And in many ways, even if you see ice like that, the food might not be properly frozen.
Look at this. I have never seen double freezer burn before.
How about they're serving expired food?
I mean, props on them for writing the date on things, but it doesn't help if you don't look at them.
So that's now 3 weeks old.
All of this, you can notice that it's starting to mold all on the outside.
Come on. Look at that. You can see the mold. So they're not even looking at the expiration dates, and there's mold that's visibly there when you're opening the lid. Somebody has to be able to notice that. Don't tell me that the kitchen staff, as they're opening these lids, is not noticing the mold that's on the lids. How did this place pass health inspection?
This guy's going down the tube. You gotta lay it out there for me, guys. Why are we failing?
Everybody's a manager. You work Tuesday, you got a new manager Friday.
Wait, you get hired as a manager right off the bat? Are you kidding me? Why is the owner hiring managers right off the bat? Usually you would want to promote somebody from within who's showed leadership, worked up the ranks, and did all the hard work and understand every single process. You're just hiring managers right off the bat? Why? It costs you way more money. This is unacceptable. How can you run a place where everyone gets hired as a manager without even knowing how everything works around the place, if at all?
Who's a manager?
My point is that.
The fact that they know that the problem is that everyone's a manager. Why does the owner keep continuing hiring new people and promoting them into a management position right off the bat? He should be focusing on getting the managers that he currently have properly trained, or at least creating systems that they can all agree on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The whole staff.
5 managers.
After going
5 managers, and the only people who are not managers is 1 bartender and 1 security guard. You have more managers than customers on a regular shift.
these managers I put in place, they went the extra mile when I needed them. But right now, nobody wants to be told anything by anybody. Everybody wants to do what they want to do.
Yeah, because everyone is at the same level. Even places where there's multiple managers, you have the team of managers. So on smaller restaurants and bars, you might just have only 1 general manager who takes care of the kitchen, the back of the house, and also the floor. Larger places, you might have a general manager, a chef who takes care of the back of the house, and then the bar manager who takes care of floor. And if you want to expand that, you might even have a head server or even a maitre d'. But generally speaking, there's always a hierarchy. You don't hire more than 1 manager at the same level. And if so, they don't share a shift. For example, you can hire multiple floor managers, but they cover shifts, but just not at the same time. And definitely not people who are working. And managers are there to delegate. But if everyone is delegating each other's, then who's being responsible for that work?
They say you gotta show up to work on time, okay? You gotta be sober. Work.
You're telling me that these managers are not showing up on time and they're not showing up sober? So he already knows that they have these problems, and yet he promoted all of them.
You gotta be sober working behind my bar.
Is she?
Hell no.
90% of the time, no.
90% of the time, she's not sober. Why haven't you fired her yet?
You're supporting a bartender who's drunk 90% of the time?
I think you could get better results from 1 or a team of managers if they were empowered to do anything.
You don't need a team of managers when your whole team is only 7 people.
Maybe if you would stand up off your ass, you would be effective.
What's Bobby doing?
Bobby's managing. He's sitting down in the kitchen managing.
And he...
Oh my God. How do they all become managers here? And even they said that there's too many managers here. They know that the problem is too many managers. Not only that, too many unqualified managers.
So he's not earning the respect of his staff, is he?
No, he's not.
He wants things done a certain type of way.
It's not true. When it comes to business, I'm business. I feel I have to have complete control. That's the only way it can be for us to be successful.
Going back, Managers are to delegate. The owner should not be at the bar telling the managers what to do. The owner should trust the managers to delegate and to take care of the different needs of the bar or restaurant. And if he doesn't trust the managers that he's hiring, guess what? That's his fault. He is the one that did the interview process, and he's the one that assigned them as managers.
Tell them the trouble that you're in.
I'm sinking.
How in debt are you?
Million.
Where did the money come from you put in this bar?
My life savings, my 401k.
How many years?
He put his whole life savings and 401k into this. He doesn't look like he's retirement age, so he probably had to pay a huge penalty to take that money out. And yet you're squandering this paying manager salaries to all these unqualified managers, while you could have just accomplished even better result if you just hired one qualified manager. You don't need that many managers to run a small team. You don't need this many managers.
Try to find out what's really going on here and why these partners left.
Why did you say you wanted out?
We were partners with them, and it wasn't like we were partners. We didn't feel like we were partners.
He would undermine us in front of our employees, and
you just would not.
Yeah, if you're the owner, don't undermine your business partners because their money is in your business. Yeah, you wouldn't be insulting your investors and encouraging them to pull their money out, leaving you to tear up the place by yourself with your own money. Like, why would you do that?
You have to be able to let loose of the control. Otherwise, all this is going to be for nothing.
Yeah, like I said, as an owner, you have to hire managers that you can trust to do the jobs that they got hired for. You should not be there micromanaging them. As an owner, there are way more important things to worry about, such as the finances and the health of the company. And when you're on the floor, micromanaging and telling your managers what to do, that takes you away from the office, doing the jobs that only the owner can do.
So you want a sidecar, you want a punch, and you want burgers?
Yes, and I want 2 sidecars.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, instead of making one sidecar, you should have said, hey, who else wants a sidecar?
Anybody else want a sidecar?
She does not sound like she's having fun.
Play.
Keisha, look at this. We're falling behind.
I think we have a...
They have a POS system. They're handwriting the drink tickets. They have a printer in the kitchen, so they should have the capability of doing the same thing for drinks for the service well.
I've ordered catfish, tacos, and the sliders, and received 0.
So Keisha, she hasn't checked in her kitchen. She's interacting with the customers, but the fact is she is not making you more money. And neither is Nina with that attitude.
I know, it doesn't look like the food has come out yet. Do they have a runner? If not, then the bar staff, unfortunately, it's really busy right now, should be more aware on how long the food is taking, paying attention to the guests. But at this point, I don't even think they have a server on the floor. Having a server that just takes care of the guests on the floor, that would help a lot. It'll prevent a lot of the bar guests to crowd up the bar like that. And also having a server that doesn't have to worry about making the drinks will be more aware on the timing of certain things. For example, how long a guest has been waiting for drinks or for food. And they can also check on the kitchen themselves while the bartenders are busy making drinks at the bar.
Laura is up next. Let's go.
Bob, you need to make sure all your tabs are closed.
Close up the tabs.
So she is one of the senior managers, and this is the second round of the managing, and she's already froze up.
Need to take multiple orders. Multiple orders. Multiple.
You need to make another.
Why? She just walking around just reminding them what they're supposed to be doing anyways. Check on the food. It doesn't look like any of the food has come out yet. Talk to the guests, engage with them.
Woo, that ticket's been in for 20 minutes. Gotta have the order sit here. I need runners!
If you could...
Or help run the food from the kitchen. Don't just walk around and bring, hey, multiple drinks, please. Make multiple drinks. There's food in the past. Run the food. Keep an eye on the kitchen.
Get somebody out on the floor. There's people sitting at tables that are not being served.
She can't manage. No. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know.
She's not. Yeah, I totally agree. She's just a deer in headlights right now. Staring and staring. Like I said earlier, they needed runners, and the food is just sitting there getting cold.
Catfish is almost done.
Here you go. Oh, Jesus. It took you 12 minutes to get this man a drink.
Nina, you can't give drinks out and not ring up.
I need a break already.
Yeah, you gotta ring them in. Otherwise, like, you're making these drinks for free. That means you're also not getting tipped for those drinks because the guests are only gonna tip based on the final bill. They're not gonna realize that you didn't charge them for certain drinks.
We served about 15 people in 20 minutes. Now let's see, Bobby, if you can do any better.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pros. What can I get you guys, if anything?
See, he's way more engaging right off the bat. This is the third round of the 20-minute turn for the manager.
And why are you pouring down here? Now you're hiding the drink from them. You know how to bartend. Rock this out. Let's go.
I don't like her too much.
I'm getting so much attitude from Nina. I'm about to just kick her out of the bar.
Yeah, she seems very, very annoyed. It doesn't seem like she wants to be there. Yeah, right from the start, she had a bad attitude.
Nina did not ring up one drink.
So she's making all these drinks for free. Like, it's one thing to be in the weeds, but if you don't ring in the drinks, then you're not gonna get tipped. So it's not like you benefit from not ringing the drinks in.
Great manager goes where he's needed. Go, Bobby.
I like that.
Bobby is working today. Woo!
Bobby behind the bar covers almost the whole room, gets the table served. We got food out of the kitchen.
He was the only person picking up food back.
Exactly, the numbers don't lie. Under his 20 minutes, the sales for both the food and the drinks are double the other managers. You can just look at the numbers and see how effective each person's style is.
So, tell him how we did for this shift.
Okay, Keisha, 508. Laura, managing shift in dollar with a total of $176.
That's like a quarter of the first manager's sales.
Bobby did a total sales of $627.
So you need a GM, right?
Yeah.
Who's your man?
Bobby.
And that was the last part of the shift where all the bartenders and the kitchen staff are tired.
Every drink Nina made and put out, it was free.
I gave away 3 drinks.
I'm not dealing with it no more. Nina, I'm gonna release you from Pros.
Okay.
She didn't even care she got fired. It seems like this is a win-win situation.
Get some rest and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Irma, where'd you get the beer from?
There you go.
She poured herself a beer?
There you go, Ben.
Doesn't matter who paid for it.
There you go. Don't sit in that tone of voice, Bradley. Put a...
Are you serious? I thought they were just joking. She just poured herself a beer without anyone's permission in front of everyone.
Look, I know it's not free.
I'm gonna go.
I know it's not free. No, I'm not no kid. Don't. I mean, don't.
Even if it's not free, if you worked that shift, you need the permission of the manager to buy yourself a beer after your shift. And let alone, she works in the kitchen, so she shouldn't even be behind the bar.
Want to thing at me like that? Stupid ass mother.
What the heck happened, between them two? It just seems like that just came out of nowhere.
What happened last night?
Oh, I had a beer, and Brad asked me where did I get the beer from. Then it went from there, and he was like, just get out my face, just go on down there. All of this come from a beer?
She has attitude, and she said something.
She don't know that I have an attitude. She don't know.
The fact is, you poured yourself a beer, you went behind the bar, which you're not supposed to do, and you poured yourself a drink in front of everyone. Who has an attitude or not, that doesn't mean you can break the rules.
So you can't assume anything about me because you don't know nothing about me.
This is a problem I've been having attitude, not just with me. I'm not gonna sit there and go back and forth.
Man, doesn't sound like this is the first time this has happened. All these managers and no disciplinary action has been done through this repeat behavior.
And argue with you is inappropriate.
See, there you go, Ben.
When an employee talks to an owner or a manager like that's insubordinate.
But Bradley, you're allowing it too.
You're right,
because you're letting it happen a second, third, and fourth time.
You're right.
Yeah. Not only are your own managers that you hired ineffective in disciplining, I mean, she just straight up insulted the owner, the one that's writing her paychecks, and he hasn't done anything. Can you imagine watching that as a manager? Man, this owner lets everyone get away with everything.
John, Irma, you're gonna respect me. If you can't do it, then this is not the place for you.
Don't sit in that tone of voice, Bradley.
You know what, Irma, you can leave.
Are you kidding me? This is really happening? You're talking to the owner? The one that is the reason why you can pay for your rent? You're gonna disrespect him?
You can't follow my rules, you can leave now.
Ain't no kids. You have to talk that to your kids. I'm not one of them.
So we've lost Nina and Irma. Do you think we're better for it?
Yes.
This is a new beginning. Let's talk for a moment.
Yeah, that's crazy that all this negative energy, everyone just talking trash about the owner like that, and they've been getting away with this for so long.
I believe this is one of the coolest concepts and one of the best interiors we've ever done. You trust me right now?
I trust you, Jon.
Oh!
Huge improvement. It no longer looks like an oil change station.
BR, bar without the A. Now you're a bar and a steakhouse. That logo really pops. Now all of these cars driving down Cicero Avenue see.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, that's how you know that the previous sign was not good, because there's a road right there that's driving past and they probably don't even know that there was food in there. You basically have free advertisements this whole time that you never used.
You like the name? Yes. BR for Bradley or BR for Bar Rescue. You can pick it any way you want.
That's pretty funny. Why is it called BR? Oh, because we got rescued by Bar Rescue.
You guys ready to see the inside of your bar?
Yes! Let's go, man.
Ooh, nice backlighting. You know, those dark backlighting definitely will appeal to the younger crowd. Hey, if you enjoyed that, don't forget to check out these other videos as well. And please leave on the comment section on what videos I should react to next. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.